Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Barry and Jules. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Jules' ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the correction and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Barry's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction. And the correction is a little tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Jules has been fitted with her very own training collar that she's going to go home with when she graduates from school. Now she's sitting very nicely at Barry's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without lunging out, forging ahead, acting like a little maniac like she used to do when she first came to school, and Barry talks to her, motivates her, she stays right with him. And each time that he stops his feet, she's been taught to sit automatically to wait for her next command. So when you're walking down the street and you stop for traffic or stop to talk to a neighbor, she's been taught to sit automatically. The next command that we're going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It is a one-word command, and it's a great exercise for developing self-control and maturity, and it is one that you can practice right in your home. When Barry returns back to her, he walks all the way around her for an additional distraction and returns all the way back around to heel position, and then he pats her for praise. And we're running through the heel and the sit and the stay again for you. Nice automatic sits. It's very, very hot today. We're working in an air-conditioned building and it's still hot today. Nice automatic sit. Barry leaves her in a stay. He walks out to the end of his training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to her, he's going to call her. And this is the recall, or the come on command. Praises her up as she comes in. And then she returns back around to heel position. Very nice come. She has come such a long, long way. You're going to be so proud of her. And Barry's going to leave her in another sit stay, walks out to the end of his training leash, and then he uses her name in a happy voice and calls her right in.
Jules, come, good girl.
Coming to you is always a happy command.
Jules, here.
She should always come to you and get praised for coming to you. And now we're going to set up for our down commands, and there are 2 of them. Always have your dog seated. Before you put them into a down, Barry's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground,
down,
and the one-word command to down,
stay.
And then he leaves her in a stay. And your long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. And again, this is a great exercise for helping to develop attention span and maturity. When Barry returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her just as he did on the sit stay, returning all the way back around to heel position, and then he praises her for a good job. We'll demonstrate that exercise again for you. He's talking to her to keep her motivated and focused on him, praising her up.
Down.
One-word command to down, leaves her in a stay. And you can practice this exercise while you're watching TV. Incorporate all of these exercises into your everyday living situations. At this time, Barry's going to call her out of that.
Jules, come, good girl.
She says, I'd rather just lay here on this nice cool floor. Back sitting, and then back around to heel. And the last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. Barry's going to leave her in a sit stay. He's going to walk out to the end of his training leash. He's going to use his right hand to give the command and drop her into a down.
Down. Stay.
It doesn't get any better than that. Perfectly done. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. During your one-on-one follow-up training session, we will answer any questions that you have about Jules and her behavior, and you will get a chance to work hands-on with her, with your trainer. Thank you very much for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.